What's up guys, Alex here, Defqon Vegan. I wanted to welcome you to the new series on my channel, The Road to the 1,000 Pound Club. This is my new bulking series showing that as a vegan you can put on muscle and get stronger. I tried to do a bulking series before that I wasn't really happy with. My heart wasn't in it because I didn't know what I wanted to do. But now I have very specific goals, so I know exactly what I want to do, and that's got me pumped because now I get to share it with you. So what I was trying to do before, I was thinking about doing a bulking series, and then I got into potentially doing a bodybuilding show. Then I found out that's very expensive. So I finally locked in on a specific set of goals that I want to achieve. As the name suggests, I want to get back into the 1,000 Pound Club. If you don't know, to clarify, 1,000 Pound Club meaning between my bench, deadlift, and squat, I can do 1,000 pounds. Now when I got there before, I couldn't do them all at the same time. By the time I got my deadlift, my squat wasn't as high as it had been before, and same with my bench. But I do have my old footage of when I first got my deadlift that would have technically put me in had I still been able to do the squat and the bench. So my deadlift when we were in Iceland, I could do a whole story on this, but long story short, there is an incredible powerlifting gym in Iceland called Yakabol. Legendary, amazing, like locals only, underground, literally underground gym, and I got to lift there. So while I was there, obviously I had to break my deadlift PR. So I ended up lifting 396 pounds. I do have footage of that. It's the only of my old 3 lifts that I have footage of, so I'll show you that right now. My heaviest ever and worst ever form, deadlift. My form is awful. My form is so bad. I had been doing a bunch of strongman training because when we got there was a few guys there and they showed me a bunch of strongman lifts, so I was already like at the point of exhaustion, but I had to get it. I had to get my best deadlift. With all of my previous maxes, that would have put me in the 1,000 Pound Club at 1,006 pounds. That would have been my total, because my best ever bench at the time was 245, my best ever squat was 365, and that was my 396 deadlift. Now I couldn't do all those at the same time, as I said, so I don't think I could ever officially say, hey, my totals were 1,000 pounds. So now it's time to change that. It's been over a year since I got that deadlift. I haven't been anywhere close since then, and I've really been babying myself as far as heavy weights go. I was having some issues with my lower back from basically just being not flexible enough, and my shoulder I have issues with because about 2, maybe 3 years ago now I broke my collarbone and it kind of healed funny. So my shoulder is always a weakness, and that's why my bench is really low. I've since broken that max at 255, but that's the best I've ever gotten, and I still barely got it. So over the past couple months, as I've been working with my buddy Omar, who's extremely knowledgeable about fitness, has been teaching me a lot, I've really worked around a lot of these injuries, and I've finally started to try pushing heavy again, and I feel confident that I can do it. And I've kind of broken the mindset where I was babying myself, because if I'm being honest, my lifting was just not where it should be. My nutrition, as you've seen with my full day of eatings and everything, I'm always extremely strict on it, but where I'm lacking specifically in my fitness lifestyle is my actual training. I don't always allot myself enough time to train, and I don't train hard enough. So now it's time to change that. I have a specific set of goals in mind. I want to get a 1,000 pound total between my lifts. So I'd like to get back up to an actual 400 pound deadlift, because I hit 396. It was in Europe, so it was in kilos. As far as squat goes, I'd like to get back to where I got at least, so 365. I really don't know if that's going to be possible, but we're gonna see. I mean, the way my mind works, anything's possible. I can achieve anything I want to achieve, and that's what I'm gonna do. 365 pounds on squat at least, and I'd like to get my bench a little higher. And I really think my body is better at putting on muscle as opposed to like utilizing the muscle to be stronger, because I can look like I can bench a lot more than I've ever benched. It's time to change that. So my best I've ever gotten was 255. I'd like to put up 270. I don't know how realistic I can. Let's make it 265. So I'm gonna go with 265. Now I gotta check. Once you start bodybuilding and lifting, math goes out the window. So that would put me at 1,030. That would be well into it. I also, because I'm not trying to get fat, at the time I was about 205 pounds. So if possible, I don't know, this is kind of a long stretch, I'd like to keep it under 200 pounds as far as body weight goes. That's kind of a stretch goal, but I really would like that to happen because I want to stay kind of lean through this. And finally, in order to help myself stay lean and to just be better at cardio overall, I want to improve my mile time on the treadmill. I just tested this the other day and I got an 8-minute minute and 2 second mile. I was trying to get sub 8. I'd like to get sub 7 on a mile fairly consistently, where I don't feel like I was pushing till I was gonna die. As you can see right here, that 8:02 mile about killed me. So without being too repetitive, I'm going to sum up my goals one last time here. I want to break a 1,000 pound total between my bench, squat, and deadlift. I want my bench to be 265 pounds or higher. I'd like my squat to be at least 365 pounds, and I'd like to hit a 400 pound deadlift. I'd also like to get a sub 7 minute mile, and I'd stretch goal like to keep my body weight under 200 pounds. So I will be doing this week, recording myself doing the big 3 lifts, seeing where my current maxes stand, how far I have to go. So I'll also be talking with Omar this week as well, trying to get maybe a structured type of plan of how I'm going to achieve those goals based on where I currently stand. Because I haven't tested my maxes in a long time. I genuinely don't know where I'm at. I'm curious myself to see where I am and to show you guys as well so you can see my progression. I'm also going to be consistently weighing myself and trying to track my mile time as far as the treadmill goes. I'm also going to consult with Jordan Neves? I really don't know how to say his last name. I think it's Neves. I'm also going to consult with Jordan Neves, who's another YouTuber, fellow vegan, who's stupid strong. I like stupid strong. I'm going to put a link for him in the description below as well. That dude is inspirational as far as being a strong vegan goes. That dude is nuts. Help me out, man. I need to get strong. Help me prove how strong you can get on a vegan diet. So that's the goal with this series, really. I want to prove to myself how much stronger I can get, and I want to show everybody out there, vegans and non-vegans alike, you can get very strong on a very conscious diet where you're not harming anything, you're eating very clean in a way that's sustainable, helps the animals, helps the planet, and helps you get bigger and stronger. So that's the video. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. I am really pumped about this because this week has felt great moving some heavy weight again. I'm talking like just cathartic release every time I walk into that gym, and I'm loving it. So I hope you guys are loving it too. I'm glad you guys are excited. I don't even have to ask you. You're excited. I'm telling you, you're excited about this series because I'm excited about it. So give me a like, leave me a comment, share this with some of your friends, whether they're vegan or not. If you have a non-vegan friend that you're trying to teach about getting strong while they're lifting, have them follow my series because honestly, that made a really big difference for me when my girlfriend Amy was showing me how to go vegan. When I found people like Brian Turner and John Venus who had a lot of muscle, who were lifting heavy as vegans, it made a huge difference in my mindset when I realized, like, whoa, you can actually build muscle on a vegan diet and you can be strong. Patrick Baboumian, Tori Washington, it's just very perspective changing and eye-opening. So show this to them too. Share it with your non-vegan friends, share it with other vegans. Let's get this series rolling. I want this to take off because I really want to show people what can happen on a vegan diet when you put your mind to it and you get strong in a conscious way and you don't hurt animals. And really, just sincerely thank you guys for supporting the channel. It's almost at 500 subscribers and I couldn't be more happy of the support and the comments and the likes everybody's been giving me. So sincerely, thank you. It means so much to me that you guys are supporting what I do and that you're helping me show the world what can be done on a vegan diet when you really put your mind to it, you lift weights and you eat big. I want to show everybody you can put on muscle because it has changed my life going vegan. So just thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you so much for watching. Eat plants, get huge.
For all of you cunts who are just now getting to your gyms, keep in mind, we all have the same goal: to get shredded, to eat plants, to save animals, to be more sustainable, to be stronger, to be more efficient. I don't know what muscle group you're training, but I hope you f***ing kill it.